guys, another Diablo 4 video. Let's get it. Okay, so I've been meaning to do this video for a while. I've actually done this method a couple of times, so I thought I would do a rundown of what I found to be the quickest way to get through this method. So it's all about getting the uber uniques. Now obviously you can get an uber unique from killing an uber boss, but that depends on a few things. One, you've got the build, two, you've got the materials, and three, your RNG. It's a random number generator, that's what that stands for. It's how lucky you are to get certain drops, because I've run it killing the bosses easily 50-60 times and I've had no uber uniques at all, so that's why I went down this road and I thought I'd do a video on how to do it. It's not the quickest, obviously, it's not the quickest way of doing it, but it is the guaranteed uber at the end of your hard work. So, you know what I mean, there is that, I suppose, to as your little gift for going through all that grind. And that's what this game is. This game and these kind of games, they are grind orientated, so without the grind you're never going to get where you need to be, because things don't just fall out of the sky, as it were. So yes, I can do it in around between 4 and 6 hours per character. Now you need to do this 4 times. So what it is this season there's the Wolf's Quest, okay, and there's 19 tiers. The gift at the last tier is a resplendent spark, and with 4 of those sparks you can craft a uber unique. Now you get those sparks also from trashing other uber items. So if you had, let's say for argument's sake you want the grandfather and you've got 4 other items, you can trash those and get the grandfather. But if you haven't got any of those sparks, and like I said, your RNG is not too great, then this method will get you what you need. Like I said, I've done it before. I've already done the I've got the Harlequin's mask, and I want the grandfather for a barbarian build. So character selection, in my opinion, is important. Doesn't have to, if you don't want to go down the road that I'm going down, that's fine. Any character will do, it doesn't matter. The goal is to get to that level 19 as quickly as possible. So for me, I think it's the Necromancer, and I'll explain that why as further on as we get in the video. Doesn't really matter which you pick. You pick boy, girl. Doesn't really matter about the customization. You can just go to the final. Skip the campaign, obviously. Give yourself a name. Obviously, I am Mr. Bam. And then you start the game. So obviously we want seasonal, because that's what the Wolf's Quest is in. Now this doesn't really matter. It depends on you. Now they did say that you get more XP now versus the strength of the boss of the enemies in World Tier 2. I don't believe that. I don't see a massive difference. I don't see a massive. I do see a difference in their damage. So it does make it a bit of a grind until you get to around level 10, 12, 13, something like that. So if you just want an easy ride, which is fair enough, it makes no difference to me. You want an easy ride, then just stay on World Tier 1. Now, we are not going to progress, in this video, we're not going to progress higher than World Tier 2. And the reason for that, I'll explain also later on in the video. But you can progress, but you're just wasting time really, because you've got to do the capstones and all that rubbish, you know what I mean, to be able to progress, and that's time wasted when you could be in the Hell Tides. So this is all about the Hell Tide. As you see there, I've got an add-on on my PC. It tells me when it's going to run out, and it tells me when the next one starts. They run every hour for 55 minutes. They have a 5-minute break, and then the next one starts in another area, or sometimes the same area again. So what I do is I just stay in that Hell Tide for 55 minutes. The 5 minutes that are left over, I do whatever I need to do. Sell items, craft items, do whatever I need to do. Because it's a Necromancer, I go do the Golem and all that good stuff. And then I get straight back into the Hell Tide. So that's all you want. World Tier 1, and just start the game. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go get your pet. Really, really important is make sure you have your pet. So whatever that may be, if you pay for the expansion, obviously you can pick anyone you want, but it doesn't matter, makes no difference. And then what you want to do then is activate the Wolf season event, and you do that by talking to this person up here.
I know what you are.
Can you feel it, Wanderer?
Skip that, obviously you guys can listen to it if you want. So then you want the hell tide. So if you look there, there's 47 minutes left on it. Now to start it off, you need to collect these items off the ground, and you need to get them as quickly as possible. It just helps with the speed to get things going.
What is this?
That's what you're looking for. You're looking for the medallions. Okay, and as soon as you've filled it up, you want to fast travel to the Iron Wolves. Okay, as soon as you've given her the medallion, as you can see there on the right hand side, it says achieve honor rank 1 with Iron Wolves. You don't worry about that, you just keep grinding and grinding and grinding until the tide ends, and then you come back here and collect your rewards. And these are the rewards. So we want to get to tier 18, because if you see there, look, it says legendary amulet and a resplendent spark. Now they're what you need to craft the Uber Unique. So you need to get there 4 times. So don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about the missions. Don't worry about the tasks. All you want to do is be in that hell tide and getting as many points as humanly possible. Okay, so on your journey to get to tier 19, one of the best things that you'll see on your journey are these here, these hell spices. And the reason why is because they're really good for the enemies that spawn in. They're really good for the cinders, and they're really good for the wolf points that you need. And I'll show you why now. So you activate it, and I'll just stand still for a second. I'll stand still for a second. As you can see, look, see, I'm not doing anything, and my minions are getting the kills and getting me the cinders. The dog is picking up the cinders, and the minions are getting the kills and getting me the wolf's honor. So this is why we picked minions at the beginning. So not only do you collect, but they collect as well. And there you are, it was finished. And there you are. I didn't think I was going to be able to finish it because I was so low level, but we finished it, and it's all down to your minions. Like I said, the further on you get, you won't need to keep bringing them back to life, but they really do help. That's why you picked the best character for this task. So if you look here, you need 100 cinders. I can't do this one right now, so just keep going. Okay, so that's another reason why you want to keep an eye out for those little diamonds that you see on the ground. It's just little missions when you don't go directly for them whilst we're going to do what we need to do. But if you see them, definitely stop. If you've got time, always keep an eye on the time in the top right hand corner, because once that time runs out, you lose those cinders, and those cinders are really important. So if you look there, as I just noticed, we're on 101 now. So if you come back down to these chests, each chest, they cost between 75 at this low level. They cost between 75 and 100, but you get 120 wolves honor points for every one. Now I'll show some footage later on in the video. I actually managed to get up to 2,000 cinders in one run, over 2,000. So they really, so I ran around and opened all the chests in all the areas. Jumped on the horse, just went from one to the next, and it's really important for your journey. So that's why you keep an eye on your clock. You don't want to look at the clock and realise you've got 5 minutes left and you've got 2,000 cinders to spend. You're just not going to do it. You're not going to spend them. So I would judge it on the cinders. If I'm on about 1,000, I'd wait 5 minutes. If I'm on 2,000, then when there's about 10 minutes left, I'd run around and do them all. Because, like I said, it's 120 points per box. You don't get a point per every kill that you make. Is it 1 in 3 or every other one or something like that? It is. So if it's every other one, let's say, so you'd have to kill 240 enemies to get 120 points. So that's 120 points. Now the points do change depending on what the bosses are. So between 1 point and 12 points. But those boxes are definitely the most beneficial. Okay, so that's what we're looking for, a cursed ritual.
I need time to do that.
Now at this low level, I was just going to say you don't normally see a lot of people here, but as you can see, there's one person here. These are really good because it's the group events, especially when you go up to World Tier 2, which I could normally go up at around level 20. When you go up to World Tier 2, there'll be a lot of people here, so they'll all be activating these obelisks, I think, if what you call these ritual stones, should I say. And so you'll always have a massive influx. Just when I said that as well, look at that, sod's law, loads of people turned up. So yeah, this is what you want. As many people that you can get here activating the stones, the better. Do your bit also, you know what I mean, just share the responsibility, don't just be a sponger and just stand there. So I'll do one so I can show you for the sake of the video. So look, I can stand in one spot and my minions will run around and the dog will do all the work. If you look at my cinders in the right hand corner, I haven't moved, but my cinders are going up. That's because it's the dog collecting them. So it's really, really good. You can just stand here if you wanted to. This is where people use a sponger, and I'll put my controller down, as you can see. The minions and the dog will do all the work. Okay, so another top tip, the blue things there, or purple things on the left of what I've dropped, and these are what have just been dropped from the boss. So what you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be going back to buy and sell things once your stash gets full, even though you do need the 50 million. You don't want to be wasting your time doing that, because you want to get to the end as quickly as possible, because you have got 4 characters to be able to get to 50 million. You know what I mean? So you just want to do what needs to be done as quickly as possible. So what you do is you trash your lower level items for your higher level items, even if you're not using them, because you'll get more money from when you sell them. So ideally, when the level goes up, you want all gold or orange or whatever colour you want to call it. But right now, you're probably going to get more yellow than you are anything else. But definitely pick those up. Like I said, even if you're not using them, save them, because you'll get more money later on when the hell tide finishes. Okay, so if you look in the top corner, we're on 766 cinders, which is around, it'll be around 7 of those chests, which will be 840 wolf points, if my maths is correct. So yeah, so around this point you want to start running around and trying to do the chest. So as you also saw at the very beginning, I only had 1 cinder when I started this, so within, was it 15 minutes, we managed to get up to 770. Plus all the XP, plus all the loot, plus you've leveled up to level 19. So it's really, really good. These are what you want to be looking for, these altars. If you can't find the altars, or you've got the summoning stones, hearts, whatever they're called, yeah, the heart, then you want to find those little activities that are around the map, and then you'll get the hearts from opening the chests. So we'll do the chest really quickly, and then by then the time should be up and we can go hand in our XP points. Okay, so at this point, when you're just collecting the wolf points, you don't even want to be too concerned about the loot. All you want to do is get to the chests, get them opened, and collect that loot. Unless you just wait for whatever drops on the ground, and then you move on to your next one. I'm sure the game knows when you're in a rush, it always puts things up in front of you. So as you saw there, I left it a little bit late, you know what I mean? Probably took a bit of a different route than I should have done. But we got most of them done and we got most of the points. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to go to the wolves encampment, which is down here. And as you can see there, we've managed to unlock 4 level to World Tier 5. You just collect them all. Obviously we're full, so we can't. So yes, so you just want to get there as quickly as possible. Now obviously that was pretty easy to get to World Tier 5. Okay, now on the next level we might get to around here, 9, 10 maybe, and then it'll start slowing down, and then it'll be 2, and then when you get to about this point it'll be 1 per hell tide, if you're lucky. So when it gets to that point, I don't really keep coming backwards and forwards, because there's no need. You don't need to be doing it, you're just wasting time. What I do is I tend to just make sure that I'm ready. I sell things because you've got 5 minutes in between each hell tide, so use that 5 minutes to sell everything. Anything you need to do, if you need to level up, like if you need to go do your golem, go do your golem. All those things you need to do and just get back into the hell tide. But as on a personal level point, I managed to do it by the time I was like level 56. So when you get to around there, you should be good and you should be up to where you are. So as you saw, as you saw there, we went up to level 21. So what I'll do now is I'll go up to World Tier 2 and I'll stay at World Tier 2. The reason why I do that is because there's no benefit to the higher level you are. The only, but I'll actually explain that again. The only benefit is you would get the gold boxes, but they cost more money, and you get more wolf points for it. But it's the price of 2 boxes, nearly 3 boxes. So you would get the same equivalent of points by staying on this level. The higher level you are, obviously, the harder the enemies are, and as we know in this game, I get one tapped an awful lot from enemies that shouldn't be able to do it, and if you die you lose, I think it's 50% of your cinders. Is it 50% or 30%? Let me know in the comments. But you lose a lot of your cinders, so you don't want to be dying, you know what I mean, at all. Imagine getting to 1,000 and you're not down to 500, or 2,000 you're not down to 1,000 because you've been one tapped. So that's why I don't do it. If you feel confident and you think you can get through it, and you think World Tier 3 and World Tier 4 is fine for you, then fine, progress up. There's no reason to stop. But again, you've got to take the time out to go do that by doing the dungeons, and you don't really want to do that. You don't really want to do that. You want to just concentrate on getting up to that level. Once you get to that level, you just delete your character and start again. Now, word of warning, don't do it if it's your first character, because you lose everything that's on that character. If it's your first character, just leave it and move on and start a fresh one. Which I did that to be on the safe side anyway. I had enough slots when I first did it, so I just did 4 separate characters. So then I knew that nothing went wrong, nothing glitched out, and then when I got to the last one, I managed to craft the item. Okay, so I've done what I need to do. As you can see, I've gone up to World Tier 2. I've sold everything that I need to sell. I've just ready to move on to the next hell tide. So I thought I'd just quickly show you where to find your resplendent sparks and where to use them. So on PC, obviously you just use your mouse. You've got materials, and then your bag, and then you scroll down, and then there they are. On controller, it's L3, R2, and then you scroll down, and then there they are. That's where you'll find them. Okay, so you can keep track of them. Where you use them, you come to the alchemist. Any alchemist, it doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's an alchemist on the map. And then it's the third one over the transmutation slot. And then you go down to transmute sparks. And as you can see there, you need 4 of them and 50 million. Now the good thing with this game, as you look there in the bottom right hand corner, I have got 69 million because the gold carries over per character, so that's a really good thing for that. So you might find you've already got the gold. So yeah, so I want the grandfather next. So that's my grind. So yeah, just get back into the hell tides. The hell tides are every hour for 55 minutes. They have a 5-minute break, so use that 5 minutes to go do what you need to do, and then get back into the hell tide. Enjoy.